Howdy farmhands, my name is Gata, and today we're doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of weird stuff behind me that you've never seen before. That's because this is a new mod that I am going to be taking a look at today, called the Autumnity mod by Marcus1002. This is a mod that I have taken a shine to, and I kind of want to go over some of its features and show you what it can do, and why I like it so much. So let's go ahead and just get started on that. Now, I'm going to tell you right out the gate, I am not a mod reviewer. Like, there's a lot of information about this mod, and getting it all straight in my head is kind of iffy. If you're looking for a proper tutorial, I'm afraid I can't really give you that. I'm also just going to be freaking out about how cool some of these blocks are, and how I kind of want them in my personal mod pack. First of all, look at these trees! Look at these trees! These are the maple trees, which you can find in the maple forest biome. They'll spawn rarely in regular forest biomes, I believe, but in the maple forest biome, which the Autumnity mod adds, you can find these. They're basically the primary plant. They come in 4 different colors, so you got your green, you got your yellow, you got your orange, and you got your red, and they come with their own individual saplings too. So it's not like, when I first popped the mod on, I was like, oh man, how am I going to get each of these trees to spawn in? They're not randomized like some other mod trees may be. You actually have an exclusive sapling for each one, which I think is really nice, and they each have their own exclusive leaf blocks, which is very, very nice. You can also use them to craft these maple leaf carpets down here, which are very cute. They spawn normally in the biome. You can see they're littering the ground here. I don't know if they pop into existence when a tree spawns. I don't know if you can have these automatically exist, or if they only spawn in the biome itself. I should probably test that. Why haven't I tested that? Hold on. Let's plop you like right here, and we'll wait for you to grow, and later in the review I'll come by and see if there's any leaf carpet blocks that have popped below you. Now, all of the trees use the exact same wood type. They all use the same maple log wood for their base, despite the color of their leaves. And there's no big difference between them. You can do a couple of things, obviously. You can break the maple log down and turn it into wood and planks. Actually, why did I build this section over here, but put all the wood types over there? That seems a little unintuitive to me. We'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to show you one of the cool things you can do. Stripping logs is a feature they added in Vanilla 1.14, I think. I've never really messed around with it, quite frankly. But this mod is very interesting in that you can strip your logs, but sometimes they won't be... Oh, they're all sappy? Yeah, okay, there we go. This one shows it off. Normally, they're a regular strip maple log, but sometimes you'll get this sappy maple log instead. Now, what you can do with the sappy maple logs, if you have a bottle, you can right-click on the sappy maple logs to get a bottle of I am in creative mode. I am... Hold on. We're just gonna pretend that when I clicked on the sappy maple log with my empty bottle, that I got a sap bottle out of it. All right, can we all do that together? We all agree that that's what happened? That's exactly what happened, and no one can tell me otherwise. Now, the sap bottle is interesting because you can use it for one of 2 things. First of all, you can craft it in an inventory, which you get sugar, which is nice, and you get your bottle back too, which is really nice. Or you can put it into a furnace and get a syrup bottle back, which, as you can see, will regain you 2 shanks worth of hunger, which is, it's not bad. Delicious. Now, as I was saying, you can use maple logs to make a variety of wood. You got your strip maple logs and your sappy maple logs. If you come over this way, you can see you can also use it to craft your regular old maple planks, maple stairs, maple slabs, maple pressure plates, maple button, maple doors, a maple trap door, and also maple fence and maple fence gate. So all of the basic vanilla blocks. Also, you can create a variant of your maple logs, the stripped and the regular and the sappy. If you craft, I think it's 4 of these together, into a crafting bench, you can get a variant where instead of having these tree rings, you actually get the regular texture on all sides. So if you have like a corner piece, you don't want these rings to show up, but you want this maple log texture to continue around, you can craft a couple of these and put those on your corners, which I think is very nice. I believe that this is also a regular vanilla thing, but I haven't I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't messed with vanilla for a while, so this is technically a new feature to me. I think it's really, really neat. So that's all of the basic vanilla features that this mod copies. Let's go into something a little more spectacular and something that I am very fond of personally. We gotta put something in this little fence gate here. So this mod adds in an entity known as the Snail. These will spawn randomly throughout the Maple Forest, but I didn't bother going out and finding one. I'm just gonna go ahead and spawn one here. And look at this guy! Look at him! He's a heckin' chonker. He's adorable too. I love the detail on the shell here. Now, because I'm creative, he's not responding to me the way he would if I were a regular player. So let me switch back into survival mode real quick. There we go. Now, if I attempt to approach this fellow, just running up to him, he should... Hello? Is it because I'm behind a fence gate? Can you not see me? Ah, there we go. Yeah, if I go up to this fellow, just walking by, he's gonna be a little scared and hide in his shell, which is an adorable animation. Look at that. Look at that. However, if I walk up to him while sneaking, if I slowly go, hey, little guy, hey, buddy, he'll be perfectly fine. Now, there is a way, I don't think you can tame them, but there is a way to get a resource off of this snail. If I feed him a mushroom... Look at that! He's eating it! Oh my god, he's so cute! He should... Ah, yes, there we go. He will give up some snail slime. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Actually, it spreads wherever he goes. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't mean to hit you! I'm sorry, buddy! I'm trying to get your slime! Oh, actually... Does he produce a certain amount of slime before stopping? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I think he might produce a certain amount of slime before stopping, so you get more than just one slime. Actually, we got 6 slime for 1 mushroom. That's a pretty decent deal. Hey, little guy, thank you so much. However, if we breed these two using mushroom stew, so there we go, and there you go. Yep, make a baby. Look at the little baby! Look at it! Oh, I love it so much. Hello, little one. So you can make baby snails by breeding 2 regular snails with some mushroom stew. And we're going to wait for this little guy to grow up because there's one more resource the snails can give us, but you only get them when the baby snails grow to full adulthood. While we're waiting for the little baby to grow to full size, let's talk a bit about the slime. The primary feature of the snail slime is you can use it to make these here snail slime blocks. Snail slime blocks are very interesting in that, unlike regular green slime blocks where they're bouncy, you can use them to like make pistons and whatnot, all you can use them for is, well, hold on, let me show you something. So first of all, here's a regular green slime block, right? If I jump on it, I get a little bouncy going, right? It's boing, 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 boing. Lots of fun, lots of fun. However, if I go and stand on this regular snail slime block, it's just a regular block. Like, I sink down into it a little bit, like the slime blocks tend to make you do. I'm not really standing, like, on the proper top of a block when I'm standing on this. Let me see if I can back up onto this and show you. Yeah, it's a smidge of a step down. But aside from that, it doesn't have any sort of special features when I stand on it. Like, if I were to use this for pistons and whatnot, it wouldn't really make it do anything. However, if I were to put, say, a source of water or a wet sponge underneath it, and I don't have one available because I am not a professional at this. Of course not. If I put a wet sponge underneath it... Oh, did you see that? The texture changed ever so slightly. I wonder what it could do. If I hop on it now... Or fall in the hole. If I hop on it now, I can... Oh, what's this? Oh, I'm slipping and sliding. I'm kind of slipping all over those. It becomes slippery like ice, which is very interesting. Now, someone suggested to me, like, hey, if you use pistons to move these blocks on or off of a wet sponge, you could actually have a redstone toggle for what this thing does. Now, I am not a redstone person myself, but having a toggleable feature for a block seems like it would be very useful for all sorts of contraptions. But again, I don't know what I could actually do with that, as I am not a redstone person. So I'll have to leave that to the people who are much smarter than I. There's one more feature that this block will do, but nothing that I can do from the top. You see, the bottom of a snail slime block is sticky. So if an entity, like for example, a pig, were to be jettisoned to touch the top of this particular block here, you've got to be kidding me. Hold on. Do I have to put this one lower? I swear this worked when I tested it last time. Hello? What? Oh, I know what's going on. It's because we have too many blocks surrounding... I told you I wasn't a redstone engineer. Alright, let's give it one more go. There we go. There we are. Okay. So yeah, so we've lifted the piggo up, but if we lower this piston... well, it takes half the fence gates with it, but the pig is still attached to the underside of the snail slime block. Now, in my experience as a player, if I were to do the exact same thing, if I were to hop myself up here and then break the ground beneath me, I'm making a mess of this area, but that's okay. This is just a testing world anywho. Let's switch around to this side. Yeah. So I can actually still move around. It's very slow, but I can if I were an entity, if I were a pigoo, oink oink. Oh, shifting makes me drop down. Oh, that's interesting. I can actually remove myself from this? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's neat. But yeah, no, if I were an entity, a neat little pigoo, I could still low-key kind of pathfind a bit around. I don't know how this would be useful, maybe for, like, lifting your animals up to do some stuff underneath. I don't know. But it's still interesting, isn't it? Like, I'm sure someone much more intelligent than I has some really cool ideas for how to use this in their redstone builds. So, hey, I'm all for that. Now let's go over and see if the baby has grown up, and it looks like they have. Hello, little baby. Did you drop the other thing that I wanted? Yep, there it is, Let me hop in there real quick, whoops, and pick it up. So yes, a snail shell piece. You get those from when baby snails grow up to full size, and you can use them to craft snail armor. Yeah. The snail shell armor only is one piece, and it's just a chest plate. It's not a full thing of armor like a lot of other mods will do, but this chest plate alone is actually pretty darn neat. By itself, it already gives you like 5 pips of protection, like you can see down on my hotbar there. It's about as good as a chainmail chest plate, less than an iron, more than a leather, so it's kind of an in-between. And considering that you do need like, what, 8 pieces of these shell pieces in order to actually craft it, it means you're going to have to be breeding and taking care of snails for a while in order to actually get it. But what's cool about it is that when you are wearing it and you hit shift, it actually gives you a temporary buff. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, I actually have resistance. It also gives me some knockback protection. Only when you're shifting, though, which means that when you're just standing up and you're hitting things and running around, it's just a regular piece of armor, but when you shift and you stand your ground, you get a little extra protection going on there, which I think is really neat. I'm the kind of guy who just runs around and flails wildly and screams in hopes that I survive it, so this isn't really for me, but for someone who wants to take their combat a little more tactical, a little more slow and steady, this is a really neat addition to your arsenal. Now, unfortunately, I can't seem to figure out how to grow the plants themselves. These are fallow berry bushes, which are based off of the sweet berries you can find in vanilla, only, as you can tell from the particles emitting from them, they're not friendly. They're not really friendly. They actually come with a brand new special effect. When you go and brush up into one of them, instead of hurting you like the sweet berry bushes do, they give you a new potion effect called Anti-Healing. How Anti-Healing works, and I'll go into more depth in a second, is that even if you have, even if you have full, what's the word for it? When you eat a lot of food and you can heal hearts, if you have this, your hearts won't pop back up, which is, combined with something like poison or wither, absolutely terrible. However, these also will drop foul berries, so you can eat them if you need to. So we right-click and grab those. Got a lot of foul berries. Eating foul berries, unfortunately, has the risk of giving you hunger. Alright, drastic measures are required. Let's hurt myself a bit more so we can get my hunger down. So let's eat these foul berries so I can finally show you that they have an 80% chance of giving you hunger. Yep, see? Right there. I got myself some hunger. Yep. There is one way to negate that, however, if you have the ability to craft your foul berries into a foul berry pie. That, I believe, removes the hunger capability, but it does require an egg and some sugar. So all you need to do actually is have access to a chicken, because you can get the sugar from getting the syrup by shearing the by making the sappy oak logs, right? Oak logs. Dear God. I need a script for this shit. I'm not good at this at all. There we go. I don't know if that actually is going to help. Now the thing is, hunger combined with the anti-healing, that could be potentially a very dangerous combination depending on what situation you find yourself in, depending on how far you've fallen before resorting to these foul berries. There is also a 10% chance that when you're harvesting the foul berry bush, you will get this item, the foul berry leaf. And this foul berry leaf is used in brewing. Now, I am not much of a brewer myself, so I'm not even sure about the base rules. Am I the best one to be doing this mod review? Am I really? Oh, actually, our tree grew. I didn't even notice that. It doesn't look like there's any. Of those red carpets below. So maybe they don't spawn naturally. They just appear when the biome generates. So that you still gotta craft them. Okay, well that's good to know. But let's see real quick. We want both. Let's see. Can we get some more snail slime? We're gonna want some snail slime for this next bit as well. Now, snail slime, if you use it in brewing as opposed to crafting, you can receive a potion of extension. And what the potion of extension does is that whatever potion effect you have on you at that particular point in time will be extended by 18 seconds. So let's say, for example, how do I want to go about this? Let's say we have, what's a good potion to toss on? Let's give ourselves night vision. It doesn't really mean much, unfortunately, because, like, it's in the middle of the day. But if we also have ourselves a couple, let's do splash potions of extension, right? So this is a regular old night vision potion. It'll do us for 3 minutes, so let's go ahead. Alright, you can see in the top, we have night vision for about a little less than 3 minutes. If we immediately use the splash potion of extension and check again, that number has gone up. Again, it's 18 seconds. And, whoops, that's not the button I wanted to press. There we go. Yeah. So 18 seconds, and you can keep doing it if you want. Like, we can make a single night vision potion go for almost infinity, I guess, if we have enough potions of extensions on us. It does require some steps to get the extension potions, so I don't know how viable this is, but if you can only afford, like, I don't know, 1 potion of fire resistance, and you know you're gonna have to do a long trek through the nether, you could just spend some time farming snails, giving them mushrooms and getting the slimes and making yourselves a whole bunch of these extension potions to keep that major potion effect going for longer. Although now I don't want it to go because I have another thing to do, so I'm going to drink some milk real quick. Alright, go away. The foul berry leaf can be used to brew potions of anti-healing, which was the effect that you got from walking into the berry bushes themselves. I'm not quite sure how useful that would be to use on yourself, but you can turn it into the splash and lingering potion variants, which would be good to use against your enemies. However, if you are to then take your potion of anti-healing and brew it again with a fermented spider eye, you can get yourself potions of regeneration. Now, I'm not quite sure what the regular process for getting a potion of regeneration is. Let's see that real quick, actually. Oh dear, a gas tier? Oh golly, yeah, no, this is a much easier way of getting the potion of regeneration as opposed to having to go fight a ghast and pray to whatever god you believe in that its tear doesn't land in lava. So yeah, this is a really big workaround. Yikes. Now all of those features were just what's in the base mod. If there are certain other mods installed in your mod pack, some additional content will be unlocked based on what's in those mods. For example, if you happen to have the mod Quark installed, you have access to vertical maple planks, which is maple planks, but turn outside. The maple vertical slab, which is really neat. Maple bookshelves, maple ladders, maple chests, and maple trapped chests. If you have Buzzier Bees installed, you can have a maple beehive, which looks really nice. If you have the extra boats mod, you can get the boat with a chest, a large boat, and a boat with a furnace, all based in maple. And last if not least, if you happen to have the Berry Good mod installed, you can craft your foul berries into foul berry pips. I'm not going to go into detail about what else these other mods include, I might do those in a different video, but basically it's all just some nice little additional cross-content, so if you happen to have all these mods in the same mod pack, they all kind of interconnect into each other, which I think is really nice. And that about does it. I think I covered almost everything. I don't know if it was particularly informative or actually accurate, but I believe this was it. Thank you once again to Marcus1002 for making this mod and for giving me permission to cover it in this video. If you guys liked hearing me go on about this mod, I might consider doing more of these in the future. Let me know what you think, and I'm gonna have some fun playing with these snails. They are getting slime over everything. Oh my god. I will see you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye now. Oh dear.